Hello everyone, Ruhi Çenet here. Are you ready to dive deeper into the world's coldest city, which is Yakutsk in Yakutia? Yakutia, where the temperatures go down to below -70 degrees Celsius, is an autonomous region in Russia located in Siberia. We are going to the coldest inhabited place in its coldest time. Here, one room of the house is used as a refrigerator. In other words, one of the rooms in the house is never heated and maintains the same level of coldness as outside. Thus, it turns out into a huge refrigerator that does not cost any electricity.
This is blood fish, which
They're solid as a stone.
here are the vegetables that we planted. This is like jams, milk, and heart. Intestines.
They make soups out of intestines.
This is a beef, elk meat, moose.
This is a horse meat.
As you enter the house, the refrigerator room welcomes you. Then you enter the living area. What is the temperature of this room?
It's the same as outside. It's -45, I think.
Shamanism, which was mostly seen in pre-Islamic Turkic communities, is still common in Yakutia.
It's made of horse tail. Yeah, this is against bad spirits.
They're first removing the fish scales like this, then they will cut it into pieces and eat it in raw and frozen form. That's the culture here.
Can I eat?
Yeah.
People use a very different method to obtain drinking water here. It is impossible for them to drill water wells because the ground is covered with meters deep of ice. That's why they take ice cubes from the river and put them in barrels like this at home. They then melt these cubes and drink them. For example, they collected these ice cubes from the river and brought them here. They obtain drinking water in this way by melting these ice cubes.
It's not the foggiest days. Today is not foggy actually.
While the total population of Yakutia is approximately 1 million, the population of this city is around 300,000. 46% of the population consists of Yakutian people and approximately 40% of the population living here are Russians. Yakutian people are actually Turkic origin. Their official language is Yakutian, which is somewhat similar to Turkish along with Russian. According to a survey, about 40% of the people here are Christians, 26% are atheists, 13% are adopters of Tengrism or shamanism, 2% are Muslims, 17% are people who state that they are spiritual believers but do not identify themselves with any of the religions. During our road trip, Maria asked us to stop the car, and in accordance with her belief, she tied ribbons to the trees in the forest to avoid accidents while traveling between cities, and she thanked nature. She asked us to do the same. Yakutians are tradition-bound people. However, some Yakutians do not speak Yakutian, whereas everyone living in this region knows Russian. Also, almost none of the Russians living here knows Yakutian. In schools, education is predominantly in Russian. The policies of Russification and plant assimilation have been going on in these lands for nearly 400 years. If we look at the average wages in the country, we see that while the minimum wage is around $200 a month, a waiter or a cashier earns $400 to $450, including all the bonuses. Teachers' wages are $850 on average. Doctors' wages, on the other hand, starts from $1,000. In addition, families here usually have 3 children. One of the most asked questions about this place is, how is the summer here? In such a cold place, there's a summer season where the temperature is above 30 degrees Celsius for a very short time. The summer season lasts 2.5 months here, and the average temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. In winter, daylight exposure drops down to 5 hours, while in June, the sun does not set for about 20 hours. Yakutsk is on a land that is constantly frozen in summer and winter. The name given to this ice flow is permafrost. It has a depth of up to 300 meters, varying in places. Even though the small amount of soil above the permafrost dissolves in summer and becomes a normal kind of soil, permafrost never dissolves completely, even when the temperatures are above 30 degrees Celsius. There is also an ice museum built on this ice floe that never melts under the ground. This place is home to mammoth remains found under the ice. Also, there are many mammoth and dinosaur fossils around Yakutia. The most important symbol of the region is the extinct mammoths. This giant cave many meters below the surface was used as a big refrigerator in Soviet times. It shows what the underground of Yakutsk looked like. This is part of the permafrost layer that is constantly frozen.
What is the temperature here?
In winter it's -8, in summer -5, so this ice doesn't melt. In summer people come here in t-shirts, like dress, and go inside. In winter, it's just other story. Colder outside, -50 degrees below zero, and inside is warmer, only -8 degrees. And all these ice crystals are made of our breath. Our breath becomes crystals. So the cave will remember you. We believe that when it's getting colder in Yakutia, the bull is coming. The bull brought here the cold. Riding the bus, sometimes I hear people talking between each other. Oh, the bull is going to die soon. Falling down. Spring is coming. Bull of winter is dying. All ice sculptures are made by local people. For example, this little bear was made during half an hour, 30 minutes. Yakutian girl, Yakutian bride. She has beautiful silver jewelry. We use silver jewelry to protect from evil forces. For example, me too. Like
It's a silver?
earring. Our ancestors, ancient mammoth hunters. Mammoth's height was 4 meters, and his tusk was also 4 meters long. Like huge animal, and I cannot imagine how ancient people hunted them. Ancient rhino, mammoth meat. The age of meat is 30,000 years, but it was frozen.
These are the teeth.
Yes. Mammoth had 4 tooths, 2 on the lower jaw and 2 on the upper jaw. His blood was also unique, that doesn't get frozen. Sometimes people find mammoth meat with blood, not dry.
Still.
Yes.
Wow.
Our permafrost, our frozen soil, is like a huge fridge.
Yeah.
It keeps all remains of ancient animals like mammoths, cave lions, rhinoceros. For example, this summer, scientists found a baby rhino, even with grass between his teeth.
Since it's not spoiled, if you bring it to a warmer place and cook it, theoretically, can it be eaten?
Nowadays, animals like wolves and bears sometimes eat mammoth meat. Mammoth skull. These new Siberian islands, scientists found mammoths with real blood and brought it to South Korea, tried to clone it. Maybe in 10 years we will have baby mammoths. We had similar animal in ancient times, cave lions. Hunters found 4 cave lion kittens, frozen of course. Their age is like 20,000 years. Their size is like this, like a dog. Bright yellow fur, little eyelashes, like soft nose, and even this vibris. They said that little kittens died of hunger because their stomach was empty. I guess their mother went to hunt but didn't come back. And Yakutia is like pole of cold. So the coldest inhabited place in the world. We have temperatures like -68, -70, and people still survived for many generations. People go to school, just people go to work even when it's -50 outdoors. And we wait for our bus. When I walk outside in winter, I feel like I'm an alien, maybe a ghost city. A little bit of our soil. Our main god is Ürün Artoyon. He is a god of sun, of the sun. We believe in the power of the sun. He symbolizes the sun. We ask the sun for energy to survive another winter.
Naturally, agriculture is not possible in these frozen lands. Only 1% of its land is suitable for agriculture, and that is the case only in summer. So much so that there is not even a word for fruit in Yakut language. They use the Russian word instead. Since fruits and vegetables are imported from other countries, they are quite expensive.
Deer fur boots are sold here. We have arrived at the fish market now. Here the fishes are frozen, as you can see. People cut them, then dip them in salt, then eat them. These are pig feet. These are also frozen. There are ducks and rabbits here. I don't know how exactly they consume them, but they are also sold frozen. Hi! Do you feel cold?
Нет, не холодно, одетое тепло. Одетое тепло.
No, not cold. I'm warm. I'm warm.
She is pretty warm. Can you show me what you're wearing inside? My phone doesn't work.
Штаны короткая. Здесь, чтоб не замерзло, вот так ношу короткие это. О, мне 59.
She is 59 years old. I don't feel my hands.
Обычно туристы
Don't
так
take a
делают.
picture with our fish.
Very растуя.
Oh,
I cannot wear it since I don't feel my hand. Anyways. Ugh. They laid fur on the ground. Oh, come on, let's have a look here. Here's a frozen cow head. As you can see, it looks really creepy.
Это моя корова. Это суррогатина, вот. Это
Oh, they're horse meat. Shall I try? Okay, they're probably eating them raw here. I felt like I was eating ice. I didn't understand anything.
не вкусно?
The meat melted in my mouth. I really can't believe I just ate this. I feel like I can't taste anything. It's like you're eating ice. It just melts in your mouth while you're eating. Here, people do not buy meat by weight, but as a whole like this. It's not hard to store meat for them anyway. They put their meat on their balconies and consume it piece by piece. I've eaten raw horse meat, and it was raw and frozen. These fish were the most valuable fish. This is the most delicious fish. Cheerfish. They are brought here by being fished from the Arctic Ocean, the ocean at the top of Russia's land. These are wild fish, actually. Also, since there are no industrial facilities here, they catch these fish directly from the Arctic Ocean. Therefore, it is very healthy. It's okay to eat frozen fish like that, because the microbes are already dead. They say it is very healthy.
Вот люди хотят поехать. Дай-ка пойдем пошли. Напротив. Вон выйдет, ага.
Okay.
You can see the fog outside. Can't see my hand in front of my face.
Look at this, the windshield is cracked because of the cold. By the way, unlike the rest of the world, steering wheels are on the right side here. But interestingly, the traffic flows from the right side as it does in the rest of the world. The steering wheels are on the right side because most of the cars are imported from Japan.
What is the temperature here?
There are natural gas burning centers in every neighborhood. Energy is distributed to the buildings through the pipes you see here. Therefore, bills for natural gas are not as high as you think. They are around $20 per month. The reason why they built these pipes above the ground is that the underground is completely frozen. The statues on the streets are made of ice since they won't melt. Prices for the furs start from a couple of $1,000s. Young people usually prefer thick jackets. People who can afford it wear fur from head to toe. Even their underwear are made of either wool or mohair. It is impossible to go from one place to another on foot. If you insist on going on foot, you can go somewhere you would normally reach in 20 minutes on foot in 1 hour. You should stop by a place such as a grocery store and warm yourself up every 5 minutes. Therefore, it is quite common to take a taxi, even it is for very short distances. Considering the financial situation of the local people, taxis are quite cheap. Urban public transportation, on the other hand, is carried out by old Japanese cars thanks to the 2,000-kilometer long road, built by prisoners in Siberian prisons during Soviet Russia times. One of the few animals living in the country is the Yakutian horse. But these horses are quite different compared to normal horses. Physically, they are shorter and they have thicker fur. They are wild and they can lead their own life outside all winter long. For example, they can drill a hole on their own on a frozen lake to drink water by knocking horseshoes on the ground. Yakutia contains about 700,000 rivers and 800,000 lakes within itself. The total surface area of Yakutia is approximately 1/5 of Russia and 1/3 of the USA. It is the world's largest autonomous republic, located within Russia, and 40% of its land lie within the Arctic Circle, and a Russian visa is a must to obtain to travel there. The capital city, which is the coldest city in the world, is Yakutsk. The currency of Yakutia is the Russian ruble. Today, $1 is equivalent to approximately 79 Russian rubles. Approximately 2,000 visitors come to Yakutsk annually from abroad alone. The biggest reason for their visit is not for touristic purposes, but for business. Yakutia is called the treasure of Russia. It is one of the richest regions in the world in terms of natural resources. Yakutsk, the capital, was founded as a port city on the Lena riverside and has grown over time into a commercial center thanks to its rich underground resources. Natural resources such as diamond, gold, ruby, gas, coal, silver and copper are extracted in the region, and 20% of the world's diamond reserves and all the elements in the periodic table are found here on these lands.
Also, 40% of the gold mines in Russia are located in Yakutia. According to a legend here, when the god of creation came to Yakutsk while traveling around the world to spread natural resources, his hands were frozen due to cold and he accidentally dropped all the elements in his hand onto this land.
Finally, we came to the end of Yakutsk documentary series. This was the fourth and last episode. If you haven't seen the first three, you can click here to watch them. I would also like to thank Maria who helped us along the journey. She has a YouTube channel too. You can click here to see her videos and her channel, that is Life in Yakutia. Also subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in our next documentary. Ruhi Çenet was here.
I am an independent documentary filmmaker, and me and my team, we will continue to travel all around the world to bring you valuable information which are very rare on the internet to your doorstep. If you want to support me and my team with the travel costs, I now enable the join button on my YouTube channel. You can click on the links that are in the description box of this video and help us to create independent documentaries with you. Documentaries with comprehensive approach. Thank you for your support.
Ruhi Çenet
Was here for all of you guys.